Malati Vijay Kumar welcoming you once again to Meen Man Cooks. In today's episode, we'll see a Semiya Idli. Let's see the ingredients required. 2 cups Semiya or vermicelli, 1 cup rava, 5 cups thick buttermilk, a few curry leaves and coriander leaves, 2 to 3 green chilies finely chopped, 2 teaspoons of chana dal, 2 teaspoons of urad dal, a few cashew nuts, a teaspoon of mustard, half a teaspoon of soda bicarbonate, about 2 tablespoons of oil, salt to taste. So now let's put the wok on the gas and we will roast the semiya and rava and temper it. It's nice and hot. We'll add about 3 spoons of oil. Let's first roast our cashew nuts. Yeah, it's browning, so let's remove it from the hot oil and add the mustard to the same wok. Let's remove it. The oil is hot. Let's add the mustard, the chana dal and the urad dal. You can already get the nice flavor. That's why we season all our dishes with mustard, urad dal and chana dal. Now let's add the curry leaves. I'm going to add the green chilies. And now the vermicelli. Roast it nicely. Just take a closer look at the vermicelli when it's raw and take a closer look after it's roasted. The vermicelli is almost done, so now we'll add the rava to the same wok. In goes the rava. We've added 4 green chilies finely chopped. You can adjust the chilies to suit your taste. If you have kids at home who can't eat it very spicy, you can remove the seeds from the green chilies and then chop them. Or else you can even delete the chilies and make your chutney nice and spicy. I can get the smell of the roasted rava as well. Another couple of minutes, we can put off the gas. It's done. Just take a closer look at how well the rava and the semiya are roasted. Now let's switch off the gas and allow it to cool a little. You know what? I've got a sudden brainwave. Meen Man is in the habit of eating at all unearthly hours because his working hours are such. So from this rava semiya mixture, I'm going to set aside 1 cup and I'll tell you how you can make a quick upma with it. Now let's set aside 1 cup. This should do. The tempered rava semiya has cooled down. Let's add it to the curd. I've taken 3 cups of curd and added about 1/4 cup of water and whisked it to make a nice thick buttermilk. We'll add about a teaspoon of salt, We have here soda bicarbonate. I'll dissolve it in just a little water. It's always advisable to dissolve and add. Now we'll add the soda bicarbonate, mix these well, and now the rava semiya. Let's mix it. We'll add the curry leaves and coriander leaves as well. Let this rest for about half an hour. It will absorb the curd. It's thoroughly mixed, so let it rest for about half an hour. Now about the upma. We've set aside 1 cup of the tempered rava semiya. In case you want to make an upma with this, take 3 cups of water, add salt to it, taste the water. It needs to be just a little more salty than the required salt. Then heat it nicely. When it comes to a boil, add this, stir, and it will cook in no time. You can cook it in the microwave or you can cook it on your gas in a wok. It will be done in just a jiffy. This can be used as an instant upma. Even if you are going out of station, the family is back home, they need to have some breakfast. You can prepare this instant mixture. This lasts up to a week in your refrigerator without going bad. You could serve it with a dash of lime. The Semiya Idli batter has rested for about half an hour. I'm going to steam them in the electric rice cooker. I've added about 2 cups of water to the rice cooker. Let's switch it on. Meanwhile, let's grease the idli trays and pour the batter into it. That should do. We're just placing a roasted cashew nut so that it will be visible on top. You could even keep some grated carrot or coriander leaves. Now the batter has soaked well. It has absorbed the buttermilk. If you're going to rest the batter for a little longer than half an hour, it's better to add the dissolved soda bicarbonate at this stage. Because we are going to make it in half an hour's time, I added it along with the other ingredients. But you can always add it just before pouring it into the idli tray. Now let's transfer the contents to the idli tray. Always fill the alternate mold, the ones opposite to each other, so that the tray doesn't tilt due to the weight. Tap it a little and place the second tray on it. Note that these holes should come above the idli and not on the holes below. If you keep it like this, the steam will go into that. Now, if you place it this way, the idli on the lower tray also steams very well. Now we are placing the third tray. The water is boiling, so the idli tray goes inside the rice cooker. It should steam for about 10 minutes. Today we've used 1 cup of rava, 2 cups of vermicelli. We soaked it in about 4.5 cups. You could add about 5 cups. Totally you could soak it in 5 cups of very thick buttermilk. Soak it for at least half an hour. You will get approximately 20 idlis with the same. Today we are steaming the idlis in an electric rice cooker. You could do it in a pressure cooker as well. You could steam them in the microwave also. The base dish, you pour water just as we poured water in the rice cooker. You cannot use the metallic idli trays, you have to use the Tupperware idli trays. You don't have to necessarily grease them, but if you can grease them with a little ghee, it adds flavor to the idli as well. You could steam it for about 3 to 4 minutes on micro high and about 2 minutes on medium power. Give it a standing time of about 2-3 minutes and you have nice soft piping hot rava semiya idlis. In the pressure cooker, just as we steam our regular idlis, allow the steam to come out nicely. Reduce the flame for about 10 to 12 minutes. Your idlis will steam perfectly. This you can have with your coconut chutney. That's the best combination I can think of. The sambar or the red chutney doesn't go too well. That is what I think. If you have a better idea, of course we are open to listening to whatever brainwaves you have to share with us. You can make it a little more nutritious by adding vegetables like finely chopped carrot, beans, green peas, corn. Better still, if you have frozen vegetables, you could just add a tablespoon of each. If you're using the fresh vegetables, chop them super fine. Just saute them along with the tadka, that is the seasoning that we did for this, and then add the rava and vermicelli. Steam your idlis. You have a lovely, yummy, healthy recipe to have. I'm sure children also will really enjoy it. The lid is dancing because it's steaming well. It's about 10 minutes. Let's just check. Wow, it's done. Now let's switch off the rice cooker. Keep them one beside the other so that it cools a little. Demolding becomes very easy for us. It's cooled down, so we'll demold the idlis. I'm sure this has motivated you to cook. Do try it and give your feedback. For the recipe, click on meenman.com. For all your non-veg requirements as well, click on meenman.com and place your orders. Do follow us on FIT, that is Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I'm sure you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed showing it to you. Thank you.